So guess what? I did something pretty wild today. You know, just your typical Saturday mix-up. I decided to host a unique art and comedy fusion shindig. Crazy, right? You can imagine, it was a riot. A perfect punchline smeared in paint. We had local comedians and artists together in the same space, throwing quips and splashing colors around. A complete uproar of laughter and creativity, just my kind of chaos, you know? Lance, you remember Lance, right? Our resident wit, well, he was the star of the show. Drew this absolutely bonkers visual pun. Dolly meets slapstick. Pretty cracked up. Our friends weren't behind either. Daniel, Claire, even David, they all put on a killer show. Each one bringing their own uniqueness, perfectly blending comedy into the beautiful mess of contemporary art. Now imagine this fusion catching on and becoming the new normal in our art circle. Funny and arty. Moving on to our next little event, I'm considering hosting a fusion of art and music next. You gotta be there, buddy. I was talking to Nina about it, and she offered to help us get some local musicians. Bet it'll be a straight-up symphony session with our art. Speaking of Nina, she's coming round tomorrow to share some lasagna from that new Italian place, which I hear is pretty darn good. Italian food, mate. Can't say no to that. Anyway, just wanted to fill you in about the comedy art fiasco. So, pulling back the curtain on today's artistic experiment, we're knee-deep in our upcycling project. You know, crafting with discarded materials that would otherwise gather dust, but we're giving them a second life, breathing meaning and purpose into things that were once overlooked. Found objects reshaping into sculptures that speak louder than words. It's like alchemy, my friend, turning what people call waste into works of allure. You remember Margaret and James, right? They've joined us in the ride. And of course, there's Eva. She's that extra touch of vibrancy we needed. Now we've just begun shaping this idea into form, and honestly, it's pretty exciting to see it coming along rather beautifully. The whole process has an air of Duchamp's ready-made pieces, you know, transforming mundane objects into art, feeling a bit inspired by that. Speaking of inspiration, I had a chat with Nina about our project. She seems thrilled about it. And guess the best part? She suggested we turn the whole upcycling thing into a theme for a gallery show. Quite a thought, isn't it? And as if that wasn't enough to make my day, she told me about the Embassies of Thoughts exhibition, a powerful multimedia installation they've got going there. Art and projection mapping, just hearing about it lights a fire in me. You know, the way art keeps evolving and surprising us, isn't it fascinating? I'll say these unexpected turns, the surprises, they're part of why I love this mad, mad realm of creativity. On a lighter note, she found a Thai fusion place, and it seems she had quite a feast. She recommended tofu pad Thai tacos. Sounded drool-worthy to me. Next time I'm stepping out, I know where I'm heading. It reminds me of our Modena days. Remember? The best carbonara we had. How we drooled over their truffle risotto, pure indulgence. We should do it soon, go back to our roots and have a good old Italian night. Well, that's a plan. Just thinking about it is making me crave spaghetti. Now, my friend, I can feel the dried paint calling for my attention. Gotta get back on my artistic saddle and ride the vivid horse that is my project. We'll catch up soon. Hold on to the end of the string while I dive back into my creative canvas. Take care. Bye. Did something incredible today? Figured I'd fill you in? You know how I am always on the lookout for some artistic stimulation? Today was one of those days when New York's backstreets proved to be a treasure trove of artistic inspiration. Went exploring the lesser-known artistic neighborhoods, and man, they were alive with creativity. So much so that I ended up doing a bit of urban sketching, you know, trying to capture their unique vibe on my canvas. Remember how I just used to lose myself in those impromptu artworks we used to create on the sidewalks of Yale? It felt like that. Lived those days for a moment. There was this local guide, Jenny. She showed me around. Her love for the city and its hidden art was kind of contagious. Guess what? Found a quaint little art gallery tucked away in one of those neighborhoods. It was like uncovering a secret magic shop. Vibrant, inspiring, packed with local talent and charm. It was like having a private tour through the artistic veins of New York. And the artwork, it was mind-blowing, nothing short of a rainbow explosion on the canvas. And did I mention the street tacos? I swear they were heavenly. It was like every bite was a colorful palette of flavor. Oh, and guess what? Nina and I have decided to go to the street art festival next month. You remember her, right? She was just as excited as I was when I told her about it. Had a lovely chat with her about the artistic treasures I uncovered today. And of course, our sweet nostalgia moments for the Riviera and its intoxicating Italian delights. She reminded me of their unlimited breadsticks. Irresistible, weren't they? I guess this whole Italian food nostalgia is a shared syndrome among us. The things we do for some good pasta, huh? Well, as much as I love wandering down memory lane, I think it's time I put my thoughts and experiences today into art. Who knows? Might become a masterpiece.